Today's question is all about how do I use Exclude, and what's the difference here? This is the Creative Crafters Podcast. Hi, I'm Bette from Bette's Makes, and this is your questions answered. Now, Exclude is a really cool tool, but you've got to understand how it works, and it can work with 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. It doesn't really matter. What it's going to do is, of course, exclude anything that overlaps. And if you can remember that part of it, it excludes anything that overlaps. Now, let's use a little example so you can understand what I'm talking about. So if you made 2 squares and they're both 6 inches by 6 inches, and you wanted to cut the corners out of each one of them, all you need to do, of course, is in order to get those corners cut out, you just need to overlap where you want the corner to cut out. And once you overlap it, you can select both of them and click on Exclude, and the overlap portion will disappear. Now, that's one way of doing it. And of course, if you wanted multiple layers of things underneath, you could take those same 2 squares, overlap them the same way, and then put another square over top so that it covers the part that you wanted to exclude, and it covers additional area all the way around it. Now, if you select all 3 objects at this point, it's going to exclude anything where there are only 2 parts overlapping, and everything else will remain solid. So you'll get some interesting patterns that way. Now, the big key here for Exclude is it's going to exclude only where 2 pieces overlap. If there are 3 pieces, it's going to keep them intact. Now, let's take one more example, and it'll be a little easier maybe if you can grab that heart. And if you grab that heart and you just make it a little bigger, and now we want to do some additional hearts, so we can grab another heart. And of course, we're going to just overlap it a little bit on the edge, and then we're going to grab another heart, and we are going to slightly move it down, but it's still underneath the second heart. So you have a large heart with a little heart poking out the side, and another one that overlaps both the big heart and the little one. Now, once you grab all 3 of those pieces and you hit Combine and then Exclude, you're going to end up all the places where there are only 2 things overlapping are going to be gone from your design. And that's the key behind it. It's easy enough to exclude something in the middle, and it would be similar to slice. But if you want to get multiple things cut out and get different designs, then Exclude is the only way to go. This has been the Creative Crafters Podcast, and your questions answered.